Hi, this is Shanda Rubin, and you're listening to Brothers on Tennis.
This is your boy Isaac.
And this is your boy Bryce.
And of course, we are Brothers on Tennis, and we're coming at you live and on time. What's up, Bryce? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I don't know. I'm in the cycle of just watching the news every day, watching everything that's going down with the politics and the government and the corona stuff.
Okay.
And I kind of feel like I just need a break from that kind of news.
Right.
And that's where real tennis will come into play, for me, because it'll be kind of that departure, that break from just literally, if I'm not watching American Soul or Venus's Broke Game Show, or I'm hooked on that Tyler Perry soap opera, The Oval.
Oh, okay. I've heard things about that. Yep.
Yeah. You have to look at it from a soap opera standpoint, because it ain't like Denzel and Cicely Tyson type acting, right?
Right.
But if you look at it like from a soap opera standpoint, it's pretty addictive.
Okay. All right. I've heard a little bit about it, but of course, I haven't been able to watch any episodes. See, unlike you, I unfortunately have been on the other swing of things. I haven't been able to stay up on nothing. No news. I've been struggling to even try and catch tennis. Although right now I don't think there's anything live this week, right? There's no. I mean, I think they got some live.
They got
this the Buster. It's the Buster crew. The Buster crew's out there, so I don't feel like I'm missing too much. But yeah, man, it's like I can't even get in any TV. I didn't even watch Venus last night. I taped it though. I DVR'd it, folks.
Yes, I taped it
y'all
as well.
DVR, and we need to give her the Nielsen ratings now. Come on, y'all. Do what you need to do. But yeah, hell, I ain't watched nothing though.
Right, it's crazy, man.
Well, and you know this, and like I said, I won't take a ton of time on this, but I do want to throw this out there just for the listeners. I know we only have 3 people out there, but a young lady that I know sang karaoke with, just a very sweet young lady. She ended up testing positive for the coronavirus. She went into the hospital last Thursday and unfortunately passed away Sunday morning. So people, I'm trying to tell y'all, this COVID-19 is nothing to play with. Please stay safe and protect yourself and protect your families, because if it gets a hold of you, it ain't gonna let you go. It ain't gonna let you go. So just think about that, because for me, it made it hit really, really close to home. And I don't want to bring us down, but I just want y'all out there to be like, yo, we really need to be, thinking and being mindful of this. So anyway.
Well, sorry to hear about you losing your friend, man. That's not,
I
never like to hear that. You know.
Yeah, but the Rona's real, so we just gonna have to, we gonna have to deal with it, and we gonna push forward. And what that affirms to me, though, Bryce, is that life is to be lived, and what we're doing here on this podcast is it's where you and I have talked about this. This is our passion. This is the stuff we love. Right. We love tennis. We love music, and that's really where you want to put your energy. So. Yeah, do what you love, and that's what we do.
Right. And we're enjoying it, and I hope you all appreciate it. We be trying to jam on our little stories.
Listen.
Bryce
be putting it out there for y'all, folks. I'm trying to tell you. I can't take much credit. I can't take no credit, in fact. Bryce be working it out. You find some of the best music to go along with our post, man. I love it.
Man, I be trying to find a beat, So I hope our listeners out there are enjoying that.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Yeah. So, bruh, go ahead. What's the good word?
So I just want to say, to our people that are coming into the room now, we're here to talk to you guys and talk about what you guys want to talk about. We got a few topics on here that, we'll bring up and see if you guys have any thoughts on them. But, let us know what you're thinking, what you want to talk about. Later on in the episode, we will be doing the drawing for the hat giveaway. And this is going to be probably our last hat giveaway, because I think we're going to do something special next month.
Right.
So, we want to communicate, and this is for all of you to know. next month, toward the end of next month, is our 1 year anniversary. We broadcasted our very first live episode, well, not live, but our first episode to the general public the first day of the U.S. Open last year. So we've had a lot of really good. I mean, we've had successes in this first year that I would have never thought we would have had. And we're going to take the whole month of August to celebrate making it 1 year. So we're going to have a special giveaway for that next month.
That's right.
But yes, we'll have some very interesting things for you.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's gonna be an active month. We were talking about this. There's gonna be a whole lot going on. Of course, we've got live competitive tennis that'll be coming back at you in August. So we're going to be preparing for all of that, folks. And we have something special to announce at the end of the show as well. So
we do.
Yeah, boy. Come on now. Yes. So y'all want to hang out, man. August is going to be fire for Brothers on Tennis.
Right. So let me ask you this while we're still waiting for some people to come in.
Yeah.
What is your thought now? I mean, we've had a week or two go by since we last talked about this. What are your thoughts in general about things? Both of the tours opening back up. Mm-hmm. Really, we're talking about what, 3 weeks?
About 3 weeks. Bryce, it's a very interesting question. Because I've got the Isaac very conservative side, and then you got the Isaac what I really want side.
Yeah.
And the really conservative side is this thing is still it's spiking, and we're seeing it. We're seeing numbers spike, and we're just seeing a lot of things. People are now stepping back. I know this. Beaches have been closed again. Like, for the 4th of July weekend, they was like, nah, we can't even try and risk all of this. So certain restaurants are even closing again. I found out that the bowling alley I used to bowl at, they were supposed to open up, and then they was like, sorry, y'all, unfortunately we can't. So, it's people are seeing that it's still, a lot. And so that's that conservative side. But then you got the what I want side. I want tennis. Right. I want activity. Right. I want all of that. And there's so many people out there that are wanting, the activity and things for to really try and get back to normal. For me, I guess I still just me, Bryce. My style. I'm more on the conservative side. Right. I am praying that things can level out, so that there isn't any interruption as it relates to what we're trying to do with tennis, with getting these tournaments going in August, and the majors, the U.S. Open and the French. I'm so hoping, but at the same time, it's very curious to me, just given all of the spiking that we're seeing. I mean, how are you feeling? Because I know, like I said, you said at the beginning, you're hearing the news, and you even had to kind of take a break from it. So, given all of the onslaught of information that you've heard over the last week, kind of how are you feeling, and what are you thinking? Kind of the direction might be based on that information.
Right. I'm kind of like you. I definitely want the tours to resume because I miss tennis. I mean, the exhibitions and everything, are nice.
They're cool.
And they give you something, but it's nothing like the true competition. It's nothing like knowing that points are on the line and titles are on the line.
Yeah.
So I really want that back. I truly believe that they can put these tournaments on safely. The problem is, we've just had a couple of occasions where, people were doing a little too much.
Right.
Extra. They were being extra. And, but I think these tournaments can be held safely if the players and all the relevant participants follow the protocol. Right. Follow the procedures. One of the things, honestly, that I'm most excited about is I was looking at some headlines today, and it's looking like, and before I get to that, I see, what is this? NorCal Performance Training saying, don't you guys think it would be good without fans, just like soccer in Europe? Yeah, look, the majority of people watch tennis on TV anyway.
Exactly. Right.
Right. Now, I understand for the players, I mean, they're like, oh, they kind of missed that interaction and all that. But look, guess what? Y'all getting paid. You got a paycheck coming in. So you can either have, not have fans and get a paycheck, or try to get fans and not have no events. So I think, they have to kind of prioritize that right now. But one of the things that I am potentially very excited about is there's a lot of talk right now that Nadal and Djokovic have both come out and confirmed that they're playing the clay court tournaments and the French, but have not said anything about the U.S., which means potentially that we could have a Grand Slam, the U.S. Open, without any of the big three. And to me, and everybody knows we are the biggest Federer fans, and we always want Federer to win. And if Federer could come back on one leg and try to win without Nadal and Djokovic there, I wish he could do that.
Right.
But how exciting would it be to know none of the big three would be there? And do you know how hard people would be battling to win that title, knowing they don't have to go through those three players?
Exactly.
I mean, your Wawrinkas, your Tsitsipas's, your Dominic Thiem's, your I'm about to say Zverev, he ain't gonna win nothing. Medvedev. You're gonna have people really getting out there and trying to take advantage of this, because they know when the French roll around, it's automatically, or Nadal, should I say, the Nadal Open,
Exactly.
That's already going to be a challenge.
Done. And he going to be hyped for it too. If he goes skip the U.S. Open, Nadal's going to be like, look, it's going to be me and Djokovic in the final. I don't know what y'all playing for third. Just know that going into the tournament. You're playing for third. Man.
But isn't that exciting to you? Wouldn't that be, exciting?
Absolutely, bro. And one name that I didn't hear from you, and I tell you what, I tell you what, don't sleep on him. Okay. That's that damn Andy Murray. Andy Murray plays some good tennis in that little British Open against Kyle Edmonds and Daniel. What's the boy named Daniel Evans? No, Kyle Edmonds and Daniel Evans. I got their last names right. Andy Murray plays some good tennis, and now Andy Murray ain't got to deal with the big three. He gonna be like, you know what, fellas, hold on, let me represent for us, because it was the big foe. Until I messed my hip up.
But do you know what my one concern is with Andy?
Yeah.
I still think there are certain parts of his body that are a little tender.
Yes.
And I wonder about him winning 7 matches.
Yeah.
3 out of 5 sets.
Yeah.
I think from a skill standpoint, absolutely. He might be one of the top people to look at. Mm-hmm. But when it gets to like the quarterfinals and the semis and if he's had to go a couple of 4 and 5 setters, I just wonder how that body might hold up. Now, let me tell you who I might get hyped for, who I didn't mention. Remember, Monfils started off the year really well. And if he can pick back up where he left off, and Mr. 17?
17, Djokovic ain't there too? Shoot. Monfils, you better be listening to us. You better be listening. Go get your U.S. Open while you can, dude. Shoot.
Right.
Quietly, Bryce. That's the one. That's the one right there.
Monfils. And I always throw Wawrinka's name in there.
Yeah.
Because like Andy, he is a 3-time Grand Slam. He's won the U.S. Open before.
He's won the U.S. Open. Exactly.
He's not brand new at this.
Exactly.
So, but like I said, we normally don't talk about these people seriously because we don't expect for them to get past the big three.
Right.
But if the big three aren't there, this to me could potentially be one of the most exciting U.S. Opens on the men's side that we've seen in a very long time.
I 100% agree with you, bro. Completely.
And to Just Maurice, we see your comment. I'm feeling the Monfils. Kyrgios, a couple of things about Kyrgios. Number one, Kyrgios is kind of talking about he might not come either because he's, they've just locked Melbourne down again in Australia. And,
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, and so he, we don't even know if he's going to show up. But ever since Kyrgios came out, what was it, about a month ago, and said, you know what, I'm not even really trying to win a major. I'm just out here having fun. And, I just don't know if his heart is in it to once again make it through 7 matches.
Right.
We know he has the talent, but
yeah.
does he have the mindset, the mentality to have, 3 or 4 grueling matches in a row, best 3 out of 5, and pull them out?
And I'm with you right there, Bryce. It's interesting that you say that because I think he does. I just think that I can't remember who the commentator was, but I think Kyrgios again is he's one of those guys where he wants to kind of set himself up so that he isn't in a losing type of a situation. You know what I'm saying? So I think he says a lot of that stuff just to throw people off and again keep those expectations kind of low. But I still believe that he definitely would want to win a Grand Slam. And I honestly think even when you saw him earlier in the year, Kyrgios' fitness was pretty darn good. And I think that even the commentators were talking about that. So I think he downplays a lot around his fitness and what he really truly wants out of tennis only because he doesn't want to let himself down, if you will. It's kind of like you what's the term? You know what I'm talking about. You underachieve. Underpromise, over-deliver.
Right.
See, there you go. I feel that with Nick. So if he were to come, I tell you what, I would give him a fighting shot. I definitely. Well, I mean, you can't. Of course you would because again, he's proven that he can beat everybody. I mean, seriously.
Now, what's the furthest he's ever gotten in the Grand Slam? Isn't it only like the 4th round?
I think 4th round. I don't remember hearing that he made a quarter. So, yeah.
Right. So, this would be really going into uncharted territory for him, just to make a quarters, to make a semis, then to make a final, then to actually win a title.
Right.
I agree he's got the talent, but I think there are a lot of other X factors that he would have to deal with that might be problematic for him. And I see your comment once again from NorCal. He says it's personal to him. He competes versus the guys he doesn't like. Right. And so he'll do very well against Zverev.
Yes.
Nadal and Djokovic won't be there. So,
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But like I said, the fact that we're even having this conversation about those type of people potentially winning is the excitement that's built from not having the big 3 there.
Right. And in truth, I think what it will do is it will test the mettle of someone like a Dominic Thiem because to me, he would be the favorite.
I agree.
So then it would be like, okay, Dominic, can you step up and actually live up to to that? Because I couldn't see anybody else being the favorite over him.
And we do have last year's finalist. Who will most likely be? It was Medvedev.
Oh yeah, Medvedev. But Bryce, okay, let's talk about this because I was literally thinking about this just yesterday. You ain't heard. Maybe I just haven't signed onto his page or anything, but I ain't heard nothing from Medvedev since this whole damn pandemic. Medvedev was like, "Yo, I'm out." I mean, I see Kachanov and I see Rublev and all these guys running around doing stuff. I ain't seen Medvedev on nothing. Is he even out there playing? Is he practicing? Do you know anything?
Well, he's probably practicing, but he just probably hasn't taken advantage of any of these exhibitions.
Right.
So what'll be key for Medvedev will be those lead-ups. Does he play Washington? Does he play Cincinnati? And what does his form look like? Coming out of those tournaments.
Yeah, because I feel like Medvedev is very much like Nadal. He needs reps in order to really kind of be in true form because his style is so kind of awkward anyway. I don't see him as being like a Federer who can just come out and be like, turn it on and boom, I'm winning. I don't know that I just see him struggling a little bit, and the fact that I haven't seen him at any of those exhibitions is what kind of has me a bit concerned as to whether or not he'll actually be able to make an impact, into the U.S. Open. But like you said, it'll depend on the warm-ups and what his form looks like. Yeah.
So we're pretty positive Nadal's not playing. So I'm gonna be really upset if Djokovic at the last minute decides to play.
He'd be like, I'm coming.
Yeah, right. And he would do something like that
He
too.
would, because he
He
did.
would do.
He did,
Yeah.
though. You know he would. He'd be like, yeah, y'all thought y'all was going to do this without one of the big three. It ain't happening.
Because apparently now in the headlines, he's getting tired of being talked about with the Adria tour.
Should have been stupid.
There you go.
Just, if you wasn't stupid, nobody would be on your back.
Right.
That's
right.
on you. That's on you.
So, well, talking about being stupid, you know, we were very excited because we knew that Kyrgios had called Zverev out for showing up at a club
Yeah.
after he had said he was going to be quarantined for 14 days, and 7 days in, he's in a bar, you know,
Right.
turning up.
Turn it up.
Right. So we were very excited because they were both going to be playing in this Berlin
Yeah.
exhibition.
Yeah.
And we wanted to see that matchup. And then we hear they both pull out.
Both of them. I mean, what's
Right.
that about, B? Come on, man.
Well, now, Kyrgios's pull-out may be somewhat legitimate because, you know, we know that they're shutting down some of Australia. So he may be looking at not going anywhere.
Right.
And also, excuse me, Zverev's may be fairly legit too because I don't know if everybody heard, but David Ferrer just joined Zverev's coaching staff.
Right.
Now, when I first read that, I giggled a little bit because no,
Yes.
now
I did
look,
too.
I'm gonna try to keep this simple and plain, right?
Okay. Uh-huh.
David Ferrer is known as one of the most dedicated, hardworking, nose down, grinded out type players that
Right.
ever played.
Ever played.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Zverev is known as one of the laziest. Can't get the second serve in.
Can't get to practice on time.
Partying in the club,
In the
you know, with the Rona, you know. And now the good thing will be if he's looking to learn from this, right, and change his ways, then there's nobody better than David Ferrer,
Correct.
you know, to teach. He already had Lindell that already was kind of a taskmaster. That didn't work out too well. But, you know, I think Ferrer is going to have to keep his good eye on him because, seriously, because I think it'll be a waste of Ferrer's time if he doesn't really commit.
Yeah, no, I agree with that 100%. And I already, you know, we talked about this briefly. And, you know, the fact that even Juan Carlos Ferrero, Juan Carlos Ferrero,
Right.
you know, one of my favorite Spaniards back in the day, won the French Open. Just, you know, he was, again, similar to David Ferrer, just, you know, put in work. He just put in work. He did work, had a beautiful game. And all of a sudden, it's like, you know, he leaves the camp and he unprofessional. He, you know, can't get nowhere on time.
Right.
And it's like, you know, so when you got someone, like I said, kind of bailing on you because of basics, what I consider to be just basics and professionalism, then that's very concerning. And like I said, hopefully he has matured since then,
Right.
and hopefully it will be a good fit with him and Ferrer. But I don't know.
Hopefully he's matured since last week when he was in the club.
Right, exactly. I ain't gonna hold my breath, dog. I'm not gonna hold my breath. David Ferrer, I hope you know what you're getting into. That's all I can say. I hope you know.
Right.
Because I like
David,
you.
Right. David Ferrer, like everybody else, he trying to get a check.
Well, that's true. But he shouldn't need no check. He got
He
like
don't
a
need
tournament.
no check,
He don't need no daggone check. He
look
need
like-
to, yeah.
He looked like he wise with his money. He's like, don't stop the income stream.
Exactly. He like, yeah, let me keep a little something for
Yeah,
you.
he said, this will be an easy one. I won't even have to show up to practice every day.
Exactly, man. Yeah,
He ain't trying to be no champion.
He ain't trying to be no champion. He ain't ready.
No.
But if he do get serious, though, like you said, Ferrer is a great one to have on the squad. Because with Ferrer being, like I said, that workhorse, and Zverev, like I said, he kind of has that small, little guy's game, but he's big.
Right.
He's 6'6".
Right.
He's like, yeah, he a big boy. But
Right.
he actually plays very much the, you know, ground stroke, stay at the baseline. So, and he's got great movement. Like I said, he's got the tools. It's just, he just not mentally solid right now. So he just needs to tighten it up. Hopefully Ferrer can help him.
Yeah, we agree with you, Thomas. We see your comment. We think Ferreira would be a great influence, but even when you have great influences around you, you have to be able to put yourself in a position to submit and learn
Right.
from them.
Right.
And Ferreira's a young guy. What is he? 22?
Yeah,
Something
22,
like that.
23, something
Yeah.
like that.
So he might be thinking he out here living his best life, and that's the most important thing to him. I do. Speaking of living a best life, I do want to bring up. I do want to bring up this All-American Team Cup that we had this weekend with the Americans playing in Atlanta.
Yes.
And looking like Team Stripes, the veterans, were going to win the whole way.
I thought so. Until
Chris Eubanks comes in and saves the day.
He was like, "Is anybody scared of none of y'all? Get out the way. Get thee behind me. I ain't scared of you."
Right. So he put it on Tennis Sangren, which, I was all too happy about that.
That was very, very nice.
Right. And then he put it on John Isner.
John Isner. He was like, "Isn't anybody scared of your tall ass? Anybody scared of you?"
Right.
I got to serve too.
Right. So, I mean, and then Tommy Paul, Tommy Can't Beat Nobody Paul, he pulled out the tiebreak.
Yeah.
That tiebreak at the end.
That's apparently what he's good for, because he can't win no match.
Right. No, he can't win no match.
He can't win no match.
But I don't know how many of y'all watched Chris Eubanks played. And I completely agree with whatever commentators said it. He's always had this big game. He's got the big serve. He's got the big strokes. He moves well. He's just been wildly inconsistent, right? Mm-hmm. And so you can't depend on, him doing one thing one day to the next. But those were 2 days in a row that if that guy can consistently deliver that level of game, there's no reason why he shouldn't be in the top 10.
I agree with you. And Bryce, remember, this past, little season, the off season, where was he at? He was at that Moratoglu Academy. Remember? He was with Serena. They was up in there singing karaoke.
And doing
they got that little dance on. Exactly.
Right.
So Chris Eubank was up in there. He didn't learn something. He learned something.
Well, and I'm not trying to be petty, and I'm not trying to be messy, but I thought one of the commentators made something about early in his career, he may have had some kind of association with the Youngs.
Oh.
And I was like, is this another Donald Young senior coaching situation?
Yes, he going
and
down
I was
that
like,
path.
I kind of understand why he ain't did nothing yet. But you're right. Moratoglu will get you together.
Yeah, because he ain't playing. Patrick is trying to be, he's trying to be the modern day, what's the boy name? It has the academy.
Nick Bollettieri.
Nick Bollettieri. He's trying to be the new day Nick Bollettieri. So you can't be coming up under him, slacking.
Right.
You got to be coming with some fire. And I think that's what he ended up getting kind of seen when he went off season with Serena. I think who else was up in there? Coco.
Alex Cochran.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe Cici Paz wasn't there. But still, when you're around folks like that, you're going to get yourself right. You're going to get yourself right.
Right. And you know what? And NorCal, I see it. And I do think that is one of the things that Patrick brings. He brings a certain degree of belief, right? That you can get in these matches and you have the belief that you can win because you're coming from this top high-performance team, right? And you know you've put in the work. So, fingers crossed, man. Chris Eubanks, man, we would love to see a brother really step up and do some things because, we haven't really seen the consistency out of Tiafoe yet. Right. And we're hoping for big things out of Tiafoe because he's now added Wayne Ferreira to his coaching staff.
Yep.
But, Francis got to get over the Rona.
He got to get himself healthy.
Right.
Yeah,
so
he done picked that up, which is so disappointing. Bryce, did you end up hearing any more around that? I mean, he wasn't doing nothing crazy like that.
I haven't heard anything official, and that was just the rumors I heard that he may have been out someplace where he should have been, so I don't want to spread that because that could be completely untrue.
Yeah.
But, it's unfortunate, and I don't know if this affects him for the tour coming up. I don't know if this even affects him for World Team Tennis is coming up, and
Right.
he's playing in that. So we'll keep the fingers crossed and hope that that happens.
Yeah.
So staying on the theme of living your best life,
Right.
two wonderful things happened for our boy this week, Roger Federer. All right. Number one, he said, bump Air Jordans, bump Yeezys,
Got it.
come get on my own shoes, my Roger Federer shoes. Now, I haven't looked at them, real detailedly yet, and they look kind of simple and plain, but that may have been what they were going for in this first version.
Right.
But props to, I don't know any other tennis player that got their own shoe.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about just something branded like by Nike or whatever.
Right.
I mean, your own shoe line.
Did Stan Smith have a shoe? I thought Stan's one of them.
Oh,
old
I was
schools
talking
did.
about like the regular, the current players.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. The current players they ain't got
No.
nothing. I mean, the closest thing would be, maybe Venus in the 11. I mean, it's like they have a clothing line, but not a shoe.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So
ain't nobody got no
I mean,
shoe.
I don't know any other player that has that.
Mhm.
So anyway, so that was number one for the week.
Yes.
Number two, they came out with the restructured ranking system, right, for the men's and the women's tour.
Right.
So now you got players that have until the end of basically 2021
Mm-hmm.
for points to stay on. Points are going to only come off after 52 weeks or after that tournament has been played.
Right.
So once again, you get somebody like a Roger Federer who really this benefits him being off.
Yeah, exactly.
With the knee surgery. I mean, some people just get it good all the time, right?
All
I mean,
the time.
it's
Roger. It's Roger's world, and we are just living in it. That's
right.
It,
Apparently,
because things just tend to work his way. And you know what? Hey, it is what it is. But I'm happy for that. I'm happy that they decided that, because to me, that's the best decision given everything that's going on. So to me, it's fairest to pretty much everybody across the board. So
right.
yeah. So I like that a lot.
So he's doing his thing. But I think the next thing we have to really get hyped over is World Team Tennis.
Yes, yeah, that's coming. When does that start, Bryce? What's the
I
start
think it starts
date?
in a couple.
Is it a couple
in a week or two? A week or two? Yeah, it starts.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, hey, Mr. Norman, are you playing World Team Tennis this year?
Hey now.
Let us know.
Let us know.
I've only really looked at two teams so far, and
Okay.
I looked at the Washington Castles, right? Because we know Venus is going to be playing on there.
Right.
She's supposed to be with Tiafoe. Hopefully, he's back from the Rona.
Well, yeah.
We got some other people: Aravello, Petra. We got Nick
you
Monroe.
said that. You got some other people.
You got Nick Monroe, the doubles
Yeah,
specialist.
You got Monroe.
You got Rodney Anova.
Rodionova.
Thank you. I gotta work on like those Eastern European names. They be getting me
They be
sometimes.
messing you. Yeah, I got you.
And I know that they're gonna be coached by Robbie Ginepri, right? So I know that's one team, and the only other team I know a little something about is the New York Empire, and that's because Kim Clijsters is going to be playing on that team,
That's right.
and that's going to be with Sabine Lisicki, Jack Sock, and Marty Fish, or the other names I've heard on that team so far. So
Marty's actually don't play. Oh yeah, they do tend to have like an older player on the squad, or retired,
Right.
I guess I should call it. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And honestly, you know what? If they have on that team a doubles team of Sock and Fish,
That's pretty darn solid.
That's a pretty solid team.
That's for sure. That's for sure. I'll be interested to see Jack, see what he looking like. So
right. It looks
hopefully
like he's been working out.
Oh, you've seen some photos? Okay.
Yeah, it looks like he's been working out a little bit,
Alright.
and he's engaged and everything, so he may be trying to get himself together because
Yeah.
Jack will come out there looking like your uncle. They'd be like, what birthday uncle out here? You know, until he put that forehand on you.
Yeah, until he
like,
put that forehand and be like, oh,
yeah, that ain't my
Jack.
uncle. No.
Yeah, that's Jack. Nice. Yeah, that's a team right there, though, bro. Clijsters with sock on it? That's not bad. That's not bad.
So that's kind of, to me, the big kind of tennis that I'm going to be interested in watching before these tournaments start peeling off in August. And then, you know, once that starts in August, that's going to be every week they're going to build and be bigger and bigger all the way through. Now, we know, speaking of all the way through, which ain't going to happen, is China has come out and basically said, look, you know, we not even going to try to get into all this, figuring out how we going to make stuff safe and all that. Y'all just stay home. We going to cancel all these tournaments that are in China for the rest of 2020. And really the big one is the ladies' year end.
Yeah, it's done. And in truth, I don't know that they would have really, you know, been able to have it, if you will. Because, I mean, we you know, you're not really going to have that many points to determine who should have gone to the year ending. Anyway.
You're going to have 3 Grand Slams that will have been played, potentially.
Yeah.
You know, 3 majors. If you get 3 majors in, you know.
I guess you're right.
Hey, Gabriel, we see you.
What up?
But you know, they can move it. Now, you know what I would love for them to do, but they're not going to do because we didn't act right when we had it before. I love for them to bring it back to Staples Center.
Oh, yeah.
You know. But then again, why do I care if they bring it to Staples Center? Because I'm not
You ain't going to go. Exactly.
I'm not going to go.
They ain't going to let you go. Yeah, they be like, no, you can't come in. I don't know why you sitting outside.
Right. So they can really, but they'll move that. Yeah. They'll have that someplace else, I think, rather than cancel that. Especially if these other tournaments pop off, like they have them on the schedule.
Right. Yeah, I guess I definitely see where you're coming from, because folks like your Sophia Kenin, it's like you don't want to penalize them for it being a Rona year. They just they need to be able to go to a year-ending championship, and they've earned that. Right. Well, at least I expect for her to be there. So anyway,
right,
yeah,
right. So I know you had said you wanted to talk a little bit about that really cute pic that came out of Serena and Olympia.
Yeah, come on, y'all. Come on, man. Did y'all see the picture with Serena and little Olympia in the little purple outfits? First of all, Serena was looking good. So I'm trying to tell you, Serena's got her fitness right. I don't know if she's doing the yoga and what have you, but Serena is looking like, look, I'm ready to get to this U.S. Open and smack some women around. But then you got little Olympia on the side with her little racket. I love the fact that they, they're introducing her to tennis. I mean, of course, hopefully they're not pushing it on her, which it doesn't seem like that. Right. But I just thought that was cute. That was really cool for them to do that,
And I think they're doing more than pushing her into tennis. I think they are following the same script as Beyonce and Jay-Z and the Kardashians. Yeah. They are making that little girl a brand.
Exactly.
At this point. Which is smart.
Which is totally smart.
If they manage that, she grows into a career whether she is playing tennis or not. Right?
Exactly.
Olympia is a brand, and it's smart. And so I think they even have don't they have her own Instagram page or Facebook page or something like that? Yeah. So I think they're gonna try to have her and Blue Ivy and Northwest and all of them, and
all of them are gonna be sort of that new collection of like Kardashians, because Kylie and Kendall or whatever their names are. That's kind of how the Jenners. They kind of built them up in that same image, in that same way. Mm-hmm. And hey, isn't Kylie the one that's like almost a billionaire?
No, she is a billionaire.
Is she on there? Yeah. So I mean, it's smart. It's really smart. I mean, I definitely see her again ascending to that level, because how wouldn't you when you got Serena as a mama and you got Alexia as your daddy? I mean, you're doing pretty good.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, man.
So So people out there, what's going on? What do you guys want to talk about? Because me and Isaac will sit here and rattle off all day long.
This is very true. We talk like this a lot, folks. Yes, we do.
I'm looking down my notes for other things. Well, I don't know how many people have been watching or continue to watch the Ultimate Tennis Showdown.
Right.
Well, you know, it's coming down to it. We know who the final four are, and that's going to be Tsitsipas, Berrettini, Goffin, and Gasquet. Now, we don't know what their seedings are going to be yet. I think that's going to be determined in the matches on Saturday.
Right.
But on Sunday, okay, we have a question here from Gabriel. Does Naomi have a new coach? Isn't it that Wissett?
I thought it was Dan Facette? Or what? Yeah.
Wissett something. Yeah, I think it was like a W. Wissett.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's the coach that came in after Jackson. Well, you know, her dad was kind of doing it for a minute there after Jackson. But that was the latest coach that I heard of.
Oh, is it Wim Facette? I think his name is...
Is it Wim Facette?
Because he's coached. Yeah, because he's coached a bunch of people. He's coached a lot
of players.
Yeah, right. yeah. And I actually like him. I think he's a really good coach. He seems to be very, you know. And honestly, in thinking about him and thinking about Naomi, that actually may be a very nice fit because he's a very nice guy. He seems to come across as very professional yet very caring. So, and I think that's, you know, that's kind of where Naomi was. You know, that's why she kicked Sasha to the curb. Sasha was a little bit too much for her. She was just like, no, I can't do it. I want a Grand Slam, but no. It's crazy. Anyway, whereas Wim is very nice and he's very, you know, that's why he's actually a coach that a lot of the players, you know, speak highly of. So I actually think that could potentially be a really good fit. But I hadn't actually, you know, heard it. So right on, if that's the case. Right on, Gabe. Good looking out, bro.
Yeah. I haven't heard anything else either. Because the latest coaching news I've heard was Ferrer.
With Zverev.
Getting Zverev's camp.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to mention is that they're doing something interesting in August. With we know that the City Open, the tournament in D.C. Recently, over the last, I don't know how many years, have had both the men and the women.
Right.
Well, they were going to have the men this year, but the women are going to actually play in Lexington, Kentucky for this year.
So weird. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Your own
stomping grounds. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So wild.
Yeah. So that's going to be the week of August the 10th.
Okay.
So. Once again, just more lead-up tournaments.
Yeah.
For the U.S. Open.
Crazy. I mean, but it's good. It's good. Give folks the opportunity to get out there and play as much as they can. Get your game right because the U.S. Open, like we've been saying, it's an opportunity. It's a great opportunity. So
it is.
Hopefully, folks are gonna come right.
Yeah, and Gabe, we did talk about Tiafoe getting the Rona, so.
Yeah.
We're wishing him a speedy recovery and hope he comes back strong because we're excited about him having Wayne Ferreira on his coaching staff.
Absolutely.
Hoping that's going to tie some things together for his because he had his first match. He had a good win over wasn't it?
Query. Yeah,
because
Query was you saw that, huh? Query was all salty. He said, well, he wasn't salty, but the next day he's talking about. No, I played better today. Well, but then I didn't have a 25-minute break in between as well. I was like, stop crying just because you lost. You should have just won. It don't matter if you're 25 minutes for Tiafoe as well.
Right.
But he got it done. So yeah, I felt like that was a little
excuses.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, come on, Sam Query.
Right. Well, what I want to do is I want to make sure we don't run out of time here. There's, a big thing we want to do in this live. Yeah. We want to pull the winner for our second baseball cap giveaway. Once again, don't judge the bag. It's just I had it as a gift. But yes, that hat that you see
Oh.
Isaac wearing is, we gave one away last month, and we're giving another one away this month. Now, it's going to be very competitive here because we had, I think for the first drawing, we had about 40 entries for that.
Mm-hmm.
This time around, we had 121 entries. So, I'm going to shake it up.
All right.
And we're just going to pull. And shake it up.
Shake it.
Like a Polaroid
There
Okay.
you go.
All right, so that y'all can see, I'm not looking. I'm putting my hand deep in the bag.
All right.
I am
We
going
got
to
it.
pull out this one.
I'm beating on the table, giving you a drum beat.
And this person I know is going to be very happy
Oh my goodness.
to
Who is
have
it?
won. We know this person.
Oh, okay.
Beckett Nasty. Congratulations, Casey.
Congratulations, Case.
You won.
That's
You put in-
hilarious.
He put in 20 entries, so he was putting in work. He was trying to get this hat. He was putting in that work.
He put in work. He did put in work. Nice.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Case.
I saw him on here earlier. I don't know if he's still on here or
He's still
not.
on or not, yeah.
But
Well, there you go.
congratulations. But Isaac,
Yo.
you know, we want to let the people know that even though if you didn't win, because if you're not Casey, you didn't win. You want to share some very special news that we have?
People. Oh, man. We've got good news. We are going to be bringing online our merchandising store. The merch is coming, people. The
Yes.
merch is coming. So you will be able to get your own Brothers on Tennis hat. We've got Brothers on Tennis t-shirts, both men and women. We've got Brothers on Tennis hoodies. We got Brothers on Tennis dry fit shirts. And those are the ones we want you to get too, because we want you out on the court getting your play on with your Brothers on Tennis shirt on. Represent for the family.
Right.
We got, of course, like I said, we got the caps, we got the hoodie, we'll have a sweatshirt. Yeah, man, we are going to be bringing our merch to you. And Bryce, you know, I'm super excited about this. I mean, folks, when we were at the U.S. Open last year and we had our merch on, it was just a wonderful feeling to be able to walk around the grounds of the U.S. Open sporting our Brothers on Tennis gear. And we're just excited to make it available to you all, man. So, Bryce, tell me how you're feeling and tell them about, you know, what we're going to be doing for the month of August.
Well, I'm very excited because if you remember when we were on the grounds of the U.S. Open, it wasn't just that we had the merch on. It was the fact that we got a lot of attention from the merch. Remember, Patrick McEnroe stopped us because of our merch. Zena Garrison, you know, reached out. I mean, so we had people actually, you know, noticing us because of our merch. So Isaac is on our team. Isaac has been the one this has been his baby. He's been pushing this from day one, even when we were fighting against him on it. And so we came along. And so we finally are at a point where our online site, which is going to be on our website, is going to go live to the public on September the 1st.
Yes.
But we are having a special pre-sale for our social media followers that is going to start on August the 1st. So we're going to only promote on social media that sales will start on August the 1st. And if you make an order, a pre-order between August the 1st and August the 31st, you will get 15% off your order across the board.
There you go.
On whatever you buy.
There you go.
So there's a nice incentive, and a thank you to those of you that have followed us online and that have helped us have just really such an amazing first year. we are happy to bring that to you.
Yeah, folks. So get your little purses out, get your little coins ready, get your coins right, folk. We telling you now because we need you to go on plan for it. Go on, start putting the coins away so you can put that order in and you can get right. Because we want all of our listeners to have on some Brothers on Tennis gear any way that you can. We want the hat on, we want a shirt on, get that hoodie. That hoodie nice though, y'all. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
When the winter rolls around, that hoodie nice, folk. I'm trying to tell you, go and get you a hoodie. So
right.
Yeah, Bryce, come on, man. I mean, it's we've come a very, very long way over this last year, and to be able to, open an online store with our merchandise is just it's just so awesome. I'm so very, very excited, and don't let them fool you, folks. Bryce and Chester they was right on with it. There wasn't no fighting going on. Everybody, the merch was just. We all knew that it was something that A, we had to have, and B, we understood that it could really bring about a lot of attention, and that's what we were hoping to garner from this. So and Bryce, I mean, I just loved when we were coming up with the logo for Brothers on Tennis.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it was we wanted to stay very concise. Yeah. But we wanted something very strong. And to me, I feel like we were able to achieve that just with what we came out with. And again, folks, what Bryce said was the truth. When we were at the U.S. Open, I mean, literally, folks, people were sliding up behind us, taking like little quickie pictures of us. Yeah. And we like, what you doing? They just like, oh, we just want to get a picture of your shirt. We like that. I was like, see, come on now. Right, I was like, because, you ain't got to sneak. We got you.
Right, because and this won't be on the shirts that you'll be ordering, but because we were partially advertising.
Yeah.
On the back of the shirt, we also had like all of the podcast platforms that we were on. So you had the Google Play and the Apple Podcast and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So people were taking pictures of the back of our shirt, which I think was leading them to go look us up on the podcast. And that was, it was, you can tell when people are looking at, your stuff.
Exactly.
So, and we've gotten, and how many messages and emails and stuff have we gotten from people that have wanted it. And that's why we're happy that Casey won, because Casey has been someone who has been kind of, hey, when can I buy a hat? When can I get some merchandise? Right.
So Casey, for you, now that you done won a hat, now you're going out there and get to the store, and I need you to buy a hoodie and a sweatshirt and a shirt. You got to have the whole complement, bro. Don't just be relying on your hat. We need you to gear it up, dog. Gear it up.
Right. So, hey, to our people out there, any topics that you guys want to talk about? We're kind of coming up on toward the end of the hour, probably in about 5 minutes. But anything hot in the world of tennis, or maybe something going on? Are you guys playing now? Because I know for Isaac and I, our courts are back open. Mm-hmm. I don't know, have you seen one of those charts when they talk about the various activities and where they are on the safeness scale in terms of corona? And tennis is at the very bottom. Right. It is considered one of the absolute safest things or activities that you can do during this period. But that's also assuming you're not being like Djokovic and hugging people and being up in the clubs, and you ladies ain't got your clear heels on, and you're not doing all that mess, right?
Exactly.
You just staying on opposite ends of the court, and hitting the ball. Don't be putting the ball in your mouth. Don't be wiping sweat off your head with the ball. You don't need to be. That's when you are what? Doing too much.
You're doing too much. Extra. We don't need that. Bryce, by the way, did you see that one they had? I don't know if it was a TikTok or what, but it to me was one of the. It made me literally cry in laughter. How they were like rubbing like everything down, and I remember the guy was like playing tennis as the ball was coming.
He was spraying it. I saw that.
So the ball was good.
I saw that.
I just fell down laughing on that. Like, okay, you want the ball to go through the Lysol to get clean before you hit it back. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
You know what? NorCal here said, yeah, tennis is fairly safe as long as the parents stay in the car during the junior tournament. Because you know what? They would be out there doing too much.
Too much. Extra. Like you
all
said.
that yelling and spitting and...
We don't need all that, yo.
Ale! Vamos! Vamos!
Yeah, man. Crazy. But yeah, hopefully, go ahead, man.
Hopefully, I was just saying, hopefully those of you that are players are getting out. You know, I can't say the quality of the tennis has been real good so far, but at least it's been the exercise. I'm getting a good sweat and
there you go.
And all of that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you want, man. And these days, that's all you can ask for. Get out there, be active, get your sweat on.
Right.
That's a good thing.
Hey, we are down to the last 30 seconds, Isaac. So
okay.
I think we'll go ahead and call it. Thanks for joining us. Congratulations, Casey, for winning the baseball cap. We'll get that to you. And remember, stay up on all of the activities we have coming for August. Signing off, this is your boy Bryce.
This is your boy Isaac.
And you guys stay safe, and we look to have a wonderful rest of 2020. We're going to turn this thing around, y'all.
Yeah, we are.